off or put on vibrate all cell phones and pagers. If you need to talk, please leave the meeting room. Anyone who wishes to speak, including applicants, is asked to completely fill out one of the speakers cards provided at the table by the front door and submit it to staff. You will be called to present a case or speak on a specific item as desired. Anyone who wishes to be re-noticed about a project must completely fill out one of the postcards provided at the table by the front door and submit it to staff to receive notice of subsequent meetings. Current DRB agendas are available by calling our DRB hotline at 818-548-3171 or by visiting our website at www.ci.glendale.ca.us. A handout describing the procedures of the meeting, possible board decisions, and DRB reconsiderations and appeals is available at the table by the front door. Please note that appeals must be filed within 15 calendar days of the DRB decision date. The chairperson may reorder agenda items at their discretion. Roll call. Mr. Koroglian?
Here.
Mr. Malikian? Mr. Garagos?
Here.
Ms. Sakai?
Here.
Mr. Zarifian?
Here.
Report regarding the posting of the agenda. The agenda for this meeting was posted on the bulletin board outside of City Hall at or before 5 p.m. on March 20th, 2012. Oral communications. Is there anybody in the audience that wishes to speak on an item not a part of the agenda? Okay, seeing none, we are down to our review calendar. We do have a couple staff announcements. 3 of the 4 cases, staff is requesting continuance, and let me just, I'll just start at the letter A. The project at 3718 4th Avenue, staff is requesting a continuance to April 12th with no further noticing. There was a noticing issue that prevented them from being heard tonight. So, is there a motion to continue this project to the 12th?
I'll move to continue.
I'll second it.
Okay, a motion to continue the project to April 12th. Roll call, Mr. Malikian?
Yes.
Mr. Garagos?
Yes.
Mr. Koroglian?
Yes.
Ms. Sakai?
Yes.
Mr. Zarifian?
Yes.
Great. Okay, the next project at 1897 Starvale Road. Staff would also like to continue this until April 12th. Without further noticing, this project required story poles, and only a portion of those story poles were installed in time. So we'd like to continue this until the 12th. Is there a motion to do that?
I'll move to continue to April 12th.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion was made to continue 1897 Starvale till April 12th. Roll call. Mr. Malikian?
Yes.
Mr. Garagos?
Yes.
Mr. Koroglian?
Yes.
Ms. Sakai?
Yes.
And Mr. Zarifian?
Yes.
And then finally, the project at 1899 Starvale. Also, staff would like to continue to April 12th. Again, this project required story pole framing, and the framing was not all installed. So we'd like to continue this till April 12th.
I'll move
Is there a
to
motion?
continue.
I'll second it.
All right, this will be a roll call. Mr. Malikian?
Yes.
Mr. Garagos?
Yes.
Mr. Koroglian?
Yes.
Ms. Sakai?
Yes.
And Mr. Zarifian?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you all. The next, actually the first case on the agenda tonight is 4837 Boston. Would you like me to just start?
Sure. I guess we, yeah.
It's me.
Go ahead.
Actually, let me give you the card. That's the All right, good evening again. The item before you this evening is case number 1202355 5-0. It's a review of a proposal to construct an approximately 400-square-foot addition and adjacent deck to an existing single-family house located at 4837 Boston Avenue. The plans are behind you. You have a site plan, a floor plan, elevations to the right of you, a rendering below that, and some photos and a material board. The subject site is located in the southwest corner of the Boston Avenue El Caminito Drive intersection. The existing single-family house is located basically in the middle of the site. The proposed addition will extend east of the existing house and includes 397 square feet of floor area. A deck is proposed north of the addition and adjacent to the existing living room. The proposed addition and deck will not significantly alter the site plan in any significant way. There are trees and large shrubs located on the pad of the site adjacent to the proposed project, which will mask the appearance of the addition and the deck. And staff, however, would like to suggest that a condition be added that while this landscaping is proposed to remain, should it be removed in the process of doing the work, the addition and the deck, that let me look at how I've worded the condition. Staff would suggest a condition that should landscaping be removed or damaged as a result of the construction of the project, new landscaping shall be planted with the intent of softening the appearance of the deck and the addition. So that's one thing we'd like to suggest. The mass and scale of the residence will not change significantly as a result of the project, and is generally in keeping with the neighborhood. While the addition and deck are closer to El Caminito Drive, the height of the residence will not change, and as I just mentioned, the existing landscaping buffers the appearance of, or the look of the addition, and really reduces the appearance of mass in this area. The existing residence was constructed in the mid-20th century as a modest ranch-style residence. The base of the existing residence is faced with brick, and then both vertical and horizontal siding is used throughout the remainder of the residence. The materials chosen for the addition for the project are consistent with the materials used on the existing house and reinforce the ranch-style home. The board should consider a condition, however, requiring that the proposed brick veneer match as closely as possible to the brick used in the existing residence. Staff supports the project with the two conditions I just spoke of. That concludes my presentation. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, which north arrow's right?
Yeah, the north arrow, there are two north arrows, different directions.
Yeah, and I think they're both wrong.
Yeah.
All right. Boston Ave, actually,
North is left.
you probably,
Boston's
to be
north-south.
oriented correctly, you shift this up. Boston goes,
Yeah, but this is,
it should, yeah, you're correct.
So the plan is correct?
so
The
the
floor plan is correct?
development is to the west of the existing. This is the west part, right?
Oh, I see what you're,
You
Yeah,
mentioned-
the north elevation should be the west elevation. Then.
yeah.
Elevation is not north, that's the west elevation.
This is going north-south.
Or the east
So
elevation.
the addition is west of the existing house. I'm sorry.
Well, then
Yeah.
that elevation's wrong too, then that's the west elevation. The bottom left corner.
This is the south elevation.
Below it though, be the west.
This is the north
So that would be the west
elevation. This is the west. This is the east. Yes.
Can you this rendering show us what the new part is?
The new part is here. This is
elevation has a
existing.
gable on it.
So yeah, so this is existing.
This is existing, but this deck is.
Did you get any sections or anything? Just to understand how this deck,
I-
it seems like from the rendering, it's floating in the air. I just want to know.
No sections. This here is,
I can explain that.
Okay.
okay. This right here is right below the deck,
Right.
the brick
I
face.
understand. Just with the rendering, because there's no sections, it's just
Yeah.
really difficult to understand.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I think at this point I'll open the public discussion. First speaker, Mr. Rich Diradurian, please come by.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm the architect of the project, Richard Duradurian, and just to clarify Roger's explanation.
Can you please mention your
We're at
address?
3786 La Crescenta Avenue in Glendale. There is an existing, the garage is actually at grade, but below the main level or first floor level of the home. So when you look at that, I can't read it from here.
You can come by and show us.
Do you want me? Well, I won't be on the mic. Okay, this is the south elevation, it's noted correctly. And this space is actually an open space underneath the addition and the deck. It exists there now, so in effect, it's like a split level, home, but the only building portion that's on the lower level is the garage. So this area exists and you access the garage, from there. So the deck, which is here, is being built, over that open space and the room itself.
Where's that brick wall?
This
Yeah.
is the edge. I was just trying to match the brick of the chimney.
So that's a new addition.
That's supporting the deck,
So
this area.
this ties into the
Into the
dirt,
ground, right.
and then but under here it's open,
It's open, right.
and then there's nothing here. So it's just a kind of an open space.
Yeah,
that you-
when it's built, there'll be a wall here that'll separate this, when animals start, nesting
So
in
so
that wall.
under the deck you'll have this space,
Right,
just
which
an
is
empty-
this space, yes.
which is that space.
And
So
you
when
need-
you're looking at this rendering,
The open
you're showing
space
this
is here.
brick going down. So this whole thing is open.
Actually, just this part.
Okay, then what is?
This
That's
is
a
really. the
diagonal
wall
brick
coming
wall.
down.
That's a diagonal brick wall.
Yeah, this area is this area. Maybe that line shouldn't be there. You can actually walk underneath the deck.
Can I ask you to show us the extent of the brick? Is this existing?
Everything in the front elevation is existing. This is the south. This would be facing Boston. This would be facing south. See what that street, well, it's the other street. It's a corner lot. So this brick is the outside elevation of this brick. And then the chimney is an existing brick chimney. The deck the chimney is within the deck, so the railing or guardrail
So
goes
the
in front
brick
of it.
that I just showed you is here?
Yes,
The brick.
right.
And then the support for this, all of this, how is that going to be
It'll
supported?
just be a beam here, that's all. And there'll be a wall coming, at this point, so you don't have a dead corner.
So that space is just open space, do you access it?
Yeah, you access the garage, which is in the this plan.
And then what is the height of this from here to?
It's about 7 feet. Yeah, it's not full height. It's 7.
So what I'm trying to understand is that if you stand on the street, when you look up,
You won't
this is
see
not a
any of
view,
that.
but you'll see under this.
You won't even see that. You're so far, the grade of the street is about 7 or 8 feet below the edge, which is on the site plan way over here.
Okay, so
So
That-
now-
okay, so I understand, but what I'm saying is, like, standing here, you're looking up, you see under the deck rather
You could-
than see this, you know.
you'll
what I'm-
really see, I think, more the guardrail and maybe a small portion of
And
the...
what is the treatment going to be about under the deck?
Well, probably just stucco for the 1 hour rating, but it would be hardly shown, really, because this is quite a difference in grade. And then the addition, this is the edge of the hill, would be your sidewalk area. So as you look up, really, you're just seeing the edge of the landscaping.
And this is an R1 zone, that's why there's a 25-foot setback?
Correct.
That's the front, that's steps leading to the front door. We're not changing anything.
Yeah, so what is this? It's not very,
Just concrete and then brick surrounded guardrail
the
walls.
stairs going up?
Mhm.
Oh, I see.
It's right here. You see the picture?
Yeah, it's the stair, aren't it?
Can I see that? Thank you.
Any other questions?
No.
No? I think we're good, thank you. Do you have anything else to
Well,
add?
yeah, I was just going to say, this is just a small addition to a small family, they were kind of caught in between, there's a little pocket, if you look in the floor plan, that would have been exempt as far as the 200 square foot, limitation before you come to a DRB board like this evening. And they wanted really just a few square feet more, and that's why we're here. Otherwise, we
Okay,
could have had clear sailing. I think the only thing I would object to in the recommendations for the landscaping, instead of using number 1 and 2, use letters A and B. Just a joke,
Okay.
And the owners have no problem with the landscaping replacement, as staff recommended.
all right,
Okay?
thank you
All
so
right,
much.
Thank you.
Next speaker, Eden McPherson.
I don't know that I have much to offer. I just wanted to say that a couple years ago, we foster cared and then adopted a little girl, and that's the reason why we need to add the space to add more room. So what we've done is we've moved my son into one room, my daughter in the other room, and we're just kind of in limbo in the living room, and we're waiting to add on, and that's why we've done this project. We weren't trying to make anything overly overt or change the look of the neighborhood or anything. We like this location, we like the house, and we want to make it work with our family.
All right.
That's it. Any
Anyone?
questions or? The only other thing, the brick on the face of the deck. The reason we decided brick versus siding or something like that, it was recommended. I think it was recommended by planning to put a wall there just to cover that area, and we thought the brick would go with the look of the house around. I mean, versus siding, more siding going down. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
So with that, we close the public session and any
Yeah, I
deliberations?
think he answered my questions. It was just, some lack of information. That's why I had to ask a lot of questions. But I think I'm fine with it.
I think it's fine. I looked at the picture. I think it was just unfortunate the existing house didn't have some kind of additional window trim. But there's none existing on the house, so I wouldn't obviously force them to do it. But I think it's fine. I like that it is brick and not siding in that element because it works in with the slope of the land and everything. No, it's nice. I wish them all the best.
think it's done well. I think it matches the existing house. It looks like it belonged to the house originally, and it gives you the extra space you need, so I have no problem with it.
I think it's fine as long as, and it seems obvious that the applicant accepts the conditions, whether it's 1 or 2 or A and B. So no, I don't have any problems with it. Thank you.
I'm just going to jump the gun and say, make a motion to approve 2 PDR NRAF 120, 2350.
And I'll second.
Is there a second?
Yeah, a second.
Second.
With the conditions as written in the staff report?
Sorry about that, I jumped the gun.
The conditions as
No,
written
I
in the
was
staff
going to
report?
just joke and say I have a few big problems. And
Oh, yeah.
you didn't let me do
Uh-oh.
that. Took my opportunity. Okay, no, but that's okay. I have no problem.
No, you're not being able to chair many of
Yes,
them,
yeah.
so I don't want to get in the way of it.
No, you had to get back to the applicant. You know, he joked. We can't let him go. Just
Make him
Okay.
come up and fix that north wall.
Yeah.
yeah. So
It's a
we have a
condition.
motion and a second. Roll call, please.
And with sorry,
With,
with
uh,
conditions in the staff report.
yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear. Okay, a motion was made to approve the project with the conditions contained in the staff report. This will be a roll call. Mr. Garagos.
Yes.
Mr. Karolian.
Yes.
Mr. Malikian.
Yes.
Ms. Sakai.
Yes.
And Mr. Zarufian.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We have one set of minutes to approve tonight, April 16, 2012.
Oh, I say April or
What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
February.
I'm sorry,
future
February.
in the meetings.
Done.
Back to the future. Do we have a motion to approve?
Move to approve the minutes from February 16th as presented by staff.
Second it?
Is that Mr. Garagos?
Yes.
Okay, a motion to approve the minutes of February 16th of this year.
But did you second?
I did,
But,
yes.
but you were absent.
Oh,
That's correct. I'll second it.
Sorry.
I'll second.
Yeah.
Good catch.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you were absent. Happy birthday, by the way. Belated one.
I was.
Okay, a motion was made to approve the minutes of February 16th, 2012. This will be a roll call. Ms. Sakai,
Yes.
Mr. Karoglian,
Yes.
Mr. Garagos.
Abstained.
Okay.
Abstain.
Ms. Sakai?
I already said yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr.
Testing the chair.
Zarifian.
He's testing the chair again.
I really mean yes.
Boy, we got
All right.
Rusty a couple times off.
Did you ask Mr. Malikian? Did you ask Mr. Malikian?
Oh, Mr. Malikian.
Yes.
Sorry.
Did you have coffee today? Or?
Boy, 2 meetings at
Motion
cancel. We
carries,
don't know what's going on.
For 4-0.
Busty.
Okay.
That's all we have tonight. I haven't been with this board in a while. I got my mind
Yeah,
on
it's a tough one.
Yeah.
it. So,
There is
All
a chance that I will not make it next April.
well,
Well,
Very,
no. How can you?
I'm returning back on the 11th, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it on the
Okay.
12th. So
You can send a lemo.
Try.
Thank you.
I would like that.
The city limo. The city limo.
Yeah.
yeah, actually, is everybody else
I'm just
going to be
kind
able
of
to
giving
make
you a
it?
heads up.
far
I
as
may
I'm
not be
aware.
here, so if there's going to be a roll.
So far, we're good. But
Okay.
You never know.
All right.
Very good.
All right. Thank you so much.
you.
So, not yet. Motion to adjourn.
I move to
I'll second that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Meeting adjourned.